Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make a fan-folded spiral shirt. The shirt was prepped like normal and I have it turned inside out. I'm using a piece of kite string placed on the corner of the shirt and a washable marker to make myself an arc on the shirt. I'm going to use this line as a guide to fan-fold the shirt. Once I have this line fan-folded, I'm going to hold the folds in place with some kite string. I'm going to continue the fan folds out toward the corner of the shirt. I'm also going to continue the fan folds just a little bit further down the shirt. Not a whole lot. I'm not going to fan fold the entire shirt. Now I'm going to spread out the rest of the shirt, and grabbing the corner that I fan folded, I'm going to begin spiraling the shirt. Once I have the shirt spiraled, I'm going to hold the folds in place with some kite string. However, you could use rubber bands for this part. I had several more shirts to fold the day that I folded this shirt, so I placed it aside, and by the time I got back to it, it was completely dry. You could go ahead and dye this shirt though while it's still damp. I'm going to ice dye this shirt down in the muck, so I've placed it inside of a container, and I've already drawn on some guidelines using a washable marker for where I'd like to apply the dye. If you're wondering what muck is, it is just the runoff from all the ice that's melted and mixed with the dye. I'm going to leave the shirt down in the muck and allow it to process that way, instead of having it up on top of a rack where the muck can run through the shirt and away from the shirt. I'm going to start by placing Spanish Carmine from Custom Colors on all the lines. And I'm using a stainless steel lab spoon to apply my dye. I found that the dye doesn't stick quite as bad to the stainless steel as it does plastic. The lab spoons also come in a variety of sizes, so it makes it a little bit easier to apply small amounts of dye. I have a link down below in the description for this video for where I purchased the lab spoons. The next color I'm using is Boysenberry from Pro Chemical and Dye. And I'm going to apply the boysenberry in 2 sections across from each other. The next color I'm using is English Violet from Die Spin, and I'm going to place the English Violet in 2 sections across from each other as well. In the last 2 sections, I'm using Pure Magenta from Die Spin. I'm going to add a small sprinkle of soda ash over the top of the die before I apply the ice. After I apply the ice, I'm going to put this container inside of a larger container just in case it happens to leak. I allowed the shirt to process for at least 24 hours after all the ice melted. Then I took it to my utility sink to begin the rinsing process. I began rinsing the shirt in cold water to rinse out any of the soda ash that might still be remaining in the fabric. After rinsing for a while, I untied the shirt and gradually warmed the water up to hot to continue rinsing and rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. When the water was almost clear, I put the shirt along with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent into my washing machine and washed it using a hot water cycle. So here's what the shirt looks like after it's been washed and dried. Okay, so what do you guys think? I like this one. I've done this technique several times, and the other day when I was listing this shirt out on my website, I noticed I'd done one very similar to this, just using hot water irrigation. I like this technique because you don't have to really fan fold the entire shirt, but you actually get that same look on the shirt. Of course, down at the very bottom where I did do the fan folds, that area, the fan folds are a little bit more distinct than throughout the rest of the shirt. I also really like the color combination of purple and red together. I know I used a couple other colors, but I always think those 2 colors work really well together. And I got really good color saturation. There's not a whole lot of white left on the shirt. You can see on the back side of the shirt some of the dark lines going through the shirt. That comes from sitting down in the muck. I think the dark lines radiating from the corner of the shirt give a nice effect. So if you guys have enjoyed watching this video and the content of this video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.